Harry!
Seinfuck.
I had a girlfriend at the time. Don't give me shit.
I love that's the precursor.
I wasn't paying attention, honestly, or I would have given you shit.
I deserve the shit because I went to Magic Mike with a girlfriend, and I deserve all the hell that brings.
And she didn't even jerk you off in the theater?
No,
I got a over the pants, but that's like nothing. It wasn't even
what
like a
bitch.
good over.
What a
no,
bitch!
no,
I can't believe she didn't even jerk you off. And did you not even gonna fucking lean over when there's Magic Mike?
No. You know what the worst part?
Like she can fucking you can angle it so she's watching and sucking your cock at the same time. You know,
exactly.
Like,
it's part of it.
Like, that's just selfish.
That's in the expensive seats. These were the cheap
over the
seats.
pants though.
No, it wasn't even like a good one because she just.
Did you pay?
Of course I paid. I'm a fucking modern man.
You paid for no. Handy. I can't believe it.
I'm trying not to get myself canceled here. It was one of those things where she just like hand was on the inner thigh and she sort of felt me get hard throughout like the entire movie as she's sort of just she's giving me a jingle.
She kept you hard while there was gay porn on the screen pretty much.
Exactly. She was like,
trying to condition you.
She was trying to condition me.
I'm mad that Magic Mike XXL, which is like it was one of the sequels, wasn't like a movie where he gets really fat and then has to do like
that would be awesome.
That would have been so great. Get a donut Drake run for fucking Magic Mike. That would have been so great.
You know, that's where like if Chris Farley was alive, that's where you get that Chippendale
that
sketch.
Would be incredible. That would be amazing subversion of
the Farley Chippendale skit.
Holy it's just like women want this. This is raw sex appeal.
Just get Chris Hemsworth to be being Fat Thor.
I know what girls like.
The whole message of the movie can be like, you can still be fat and sexy, and it would be incredible. It would sell out. It would be $1 billion movie. It really would.
But Robert, that's lying.
Says the largest of us currently in this call.
The largest and the funniest of us, yes.
Them's fighting words. But you know what they say, the fattest one is the funniest.
Suck at the teat of comedy, my friend. Fucking asshole.
Oh my god.
We're replacing you with AI James McCormick.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any difference. Let's be honest.
Don't tempt producer Sasha, right? Because he'll throw in AI.
He'll throw in more AI.
The first chance he gets.
See, what the listeners don't understand that I've been dead for like 3 weeks. You guys just been really making do.
Well, making do.
Oh no.
We miss you. We love you, Robert. We wish that you hadn't gotten
you have to let me go.
That tragic shoplifting accident.
You have to let me go.
You would just love to be that guy, wouldn't you?
Oh, I totally would.
You would love to be important enough to make me go through psychosis. Is that it?
Yeah, I'd be what's that one movie with Irish actor White House Down? Was that movie?
That's a Channing Tatum flick.
That's
a Channing Tatum flick.
Idris Elba, wasn't it?
It's another
movie. Gerard Butler.
Yes, Gerard Butler, 300.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen, but the joke I was making was like the part in I don't know, have you guys seen P.S. I Love You?
No, I haven't.
It was a movie that made my mom cry in like 2008.
No, of course not.
No, I mean, the whole point of the movie is that her dead husband is writing her letters and then she's getting them like piecemeal to sort of cope with his death.
There's a horror movie, not Memento. This is a new one.
Oh, there's always a version of it where it's like they keep getting messages from beyond, and it's like, there's a lot of dramas that use this thing of like, oh, and then here's the next message of like, I've recorded a series of videos that will be played over the course of.
Is this
20
Saw
years.
again, Malcolm? Are you just quoting Saw?
No. It was the finale of a show called A Million Little Things. That they did that exact premise too. And the only reason I know about that is because I had a friend who was on the show and he was just like, yeah, you won't believe the ending. And I did believe the ending because I don't give a shit about that show. So I was like, I don't know why you said it like that. You're not going to believe how the show ends.
Malcolm, I have a question. Where do you stand on the Saw charges question? What charges would the bad guy from Saw get if he was arrested?
Murder.
Well, he never technically murdered anyone, did he?
Yes, he...
Entrapment, perhaps.
Entrapment, manslaughter in the first degree.
Kidnapping, I would say he would probably, I don't know, there'd be some sort of like money laundering thing because like the amount of warehouses that he's operating on. alone. You're like, okay, so this guy's probably stealing, like he's going to be like charged with petty theft because he stole a bunch of welding equipment.
What if he's just like a used car salesman, like the Amazon killer? You ever hear about the Amazon killer, Robert?
What is the Amazon killer?
The Amazon killer was a guy who would fucking buy Connex containers and like zip ties and all sorts of like strange bullshit on Amazon. And he would like leave reviews. It's just like, this Connex container is great. You can't even hear her scream inside.
Oh,
you know?
Jesus.
And no one caught him for like years.
Wait, he actually killed people, or he was just doing a fucking joke?
He did terrible things and killed them.
God.
And they found one of his victims as a woman still alive. He like was bragging to the police officers about how like good he was at clearing buildings when he would commit manslaughter and shit.
Jesus.
Like he was just like one of those big fat fucking car salesman bubbas from Florida.
Of course he was. Because that is like, honestly, if I was going to point anyone being a serial killer, car dealership owner or salesman, easy point. Easy fucking. They're already trying to kill people.
For me, I think I'd have to put anybody who works in like local level government. They have the aura of a serial killer.
Anybody on the school board, yeah. I could 100%.
School board for sure. What are you hiding?
Oh, I totally forgot my whole joke was that I was going to be in the podcast, or it's going to be like P.S. I Love You, where I'm going to work with Sasha in order to get my last thoughts out, but in the form of AI, as I've already died of like, I don't know, pancreatic cancer or something like that.
No, you got pancaked by a bus.
Okay, yeah.
By a bus?
I could see it.
No, I'm trying to think of like something ridiculous.
I've jaywalked with Robert. He would never get hit by a bus. He's very good at it.
He's not wrong.
It needed to be something like absurd, Darwin Award level, like absurdity.
I mean, because like of blue balls or something, because he took No Nut November really seriously.
Yeah, or dehydration because he took nonstop Not November way too seriously. Hit by a meteor. Stuck in the washing machine, no one came to fuck him, so he just died being stuck.
Yeah. I screamed so long, "Help me, step bro," and he never came.
Yeah. This time you were like, "Don't fuck me! I'm actually stuck in the washing machine."
No, please save me! I suffocated before he finished.
Why hasn't anyone done that? Where it's just like some old fat guy in the watch, just like, Jesus, I sure hope that my fucking stepbrother don't come in, you know?
Oh, it'd be so embarrassing.
You know what really bothers me about those is like, she can get out whenever she wants, you know? She's not really trapped
Yeah, Harper,
couch.
It's porn.
It's not very good porn is what I'm saying.
No, it's a bad genre of porn. It's the porn genre of like that old Simpsons joke where like Homer gets his hand stuck in the vending machine and it turns out he's just like holding on to like his item.
Homer, are you holding on to the can?
You can just, let go of the laundry. Like, I know this duvet cover is so heavy for you, but please.
And you don't seem to understand. Like, maybe if it was a little, like, stuck under the couch, I can almost be like, okay, sure, they're too frail and fragile to lift the couch off of themselves somehow. Like, they can't do a single push-up with a 25-pound object.
Do you think you could have, like, a Life Alert themed porno?
No.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. So I guess you'll have to fuck me.
Too bad you're fucking sexy. I ain't calling the cops.
Oh, Grandma, that ass is looking so fat on the floor there.
Just some guy in a white root suit with a black button on the center, just like, well, Grandma falling and you can't get up.
God. Looks like we're going to have to do something
Luckily,
about that.
I can get it up. Yeah, that's a good question, though, Robert. Could you make a Life Alert?
Oh, 100%. I'll produce it right now. I've got $1,000 burning hole in my Chase account.
It would really have to be burning a hole fast for you to spend it on that. That's incredible.
Has that ever happened to you where you've gotten like those ads where they're like hot grandmas in your area want to fuck, and I'm like, I gotta get back. I gotta get.
You gotta get back to the dating scene. You're missing out on all the hoes. Like Gam needs some loving too, Malcolm.
At that point, I'm like, do I just watch some gay porn to like reset my algorithm? Like,
reset the algorithm. I love that. So I think I talked to Harper about this. I'm not sure, but I'm extremely frustrated with Blue Sky because I'm trying not to use Twitter as much because, obvious fucking horrendous reasons. Horrential. That's not a word. Horrendous reasons. But I've had this issue with Blue Sky is that I'm trying to not see things, but the more I click on something, the more I'll see of it. So if I'm like trying to block an account or try to block specific content, it just will show me more of it. So on Blue Sky, I've gotten so much gay furry porn, it's ridiculous. And I'm just like, no, don't show me that. And they're like, oh, you expanded this window with gay furry porn in it. You obviously want to see more of it. Like, no. So yeah, Blue Sky, for whatever reason, wants me to see gay furry porn. It's gotten to the point where I'm trying to like purposely look at like normal porn.
I'm trying to find straight furry porn to balance it out.
Exactly. I'm trying to like fiddling with arcane runes. I'll never understand it. I'm just like figuring blindly in the dark, trying to get an outcome that will never happen.
Yeah, you're just doing Google searches like Roger Rabbit, big tits, woman.
And instead of seeing Jessica Rabbit, I just see Roger Rabbit with big tits.
There's for sure a porno titled "Who Fucked Roger Rabbit."
Yeah, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
100%.
And it won't even feature him. It's the weirdest part. It'll feature Jessica.
God bless Jessica Rabbit. Not giving me weird ideas at all.
Your guilty conscience aside, I think if you actually went out of your way to look for some decent content on Blue Sky instead of using it as your private spank bank, maybe it wouldn't recommend you so much G-fur.
Yeah, just go use Twitter. Go find porn on Twitter like a normal person, all right?
I don't want to use Twitter.
Private mode on Reddit, like everyone else.
That's fair. That's fair.
What you have to do is you have to carefully curate your Twitter account and then have Elon Musk buy Twitter.
I know you're an expert in this, Malcolm. I know you're like it's like the Matrix. When you close your eyes, you see like the Twitter algorithm just drop down from the ceiling.
All of a sudden, I'm just like, I wake up the next day. I'm like, what happened? And I look at my credit card statement. It's just like $2,000 in OnlyFans subscription.
Oh, on OnlyFans.
You've never paid for an OnlyFans, have you?
Never. Oh my God.
No, I haven't. No.
I am.
Oh my God. No, I wouldn't. No.
I have a level of respect for myself that just barely doesn't go below that. Wow. It is a fine line, but the line exists.
Well, at least we know there is one.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
The Five Nights at Freddy premiere was not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you watch it?
Did you see it?
Did you?
No.
I just have some questions.
Okay. Wait. Questions for whom?
To start with, who's this movie for?
He's got a list. He's got a list.
Because I hear a lot of people saying that they're taking their kids to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, right? Malcolm, were you at all interested to see this movie as a horror fan?
No, I might see it when it's like on a streaming service, but there's no way I'm going to the theater to go watch this.
Will you be wearing a vibrating butt plug while you watch it?
Absolutely not.
Yep.
That's too bad. I had mistaken you for a connoisseur.
He's gonna miss his MRI.
He only wears it for the Kino. I understand. But second question: if you're a parent, would you take your kid to see the Five Nights at Freddy movie?
No.
I mean, isn't it supposed to be like a children's horror movie? Isn't that what
that's the thing, right? Is it a children's horror movie or not?
I have no idea.
And can you make a children's horror movie in the first place?
No. Yeah, I don't think you can.
You can make Goosebumps, right? I got scarred by Goosebumps.
You can make scary things that are for kids, but you can't make a horror movie for kids.
Yeah, like you can have kids in horror movies, but yeah, you shouldn't be like being like, this is for a child. Like, I guess they tried it with Monster House, if you remember that animated movie.
Yeah,
like
Dan Harmon actually was the screenwriter.
I do, where one of the characters was a homosexual, right?
No, you're thinking of was it Norman of the Dead? What is that called? It was a stop motion.
I thought it was Monster House.
No, Monster House has no gay characters in it.
Are you thinking about the Ernest franchise?
I'm not thinking of any Ernest Goes movie, no.
Who's the director? Who's the director who did Coraline and that one movie? The stop motion director.
Roman Polanski.
No, shut up. Shut the fuck up, Harper. Oh my God. Henry Selick. It was Norman versus the Dead, or was that a totally different one? God damn
He has not done any movie called Norman versus the Dead. I think you've made up a movie in your mind.
No, I haven't.
We're getting taken to school by Robert.
Are you thinking of the Nightmare Before? Are you thinking about the Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, it was a stop motion movie
It wasn't stop motion.
Are you thinking?
I know Monster House
It was
is
the
not
3D
stop
animated
motion.
movie.
Fuck. God damn it. This is gonna.
Was it?
Hold
No,
on.
I think we're thinking of the
Tap
same
out.
movie. I think Robert's trying to throw us off, but you know what I'm trying to say here. Can you make a kids movie and a horror movie at the same time without removing the horror element entirely in favor of a spooky movie?
Are you thinking of a movie called Paranorman?
Yes. Oh my god.
Paranorman, that's what he's thinking of. Yeah.
Paranorman is not Monster House.
I would not have divined Robert's ramblings from that,
That's
but you've managed to somehow.
fine. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Paranorman.
Don't take that sitting down, Robert. Call me like fat or something. I don't know.
You're very mean to me sometimes.
You like how instantly I was like, what?
I like that, yeah. Yeah, Paranorman, one of the muscular jock character was revealed to be gay at the end of it. But that's not Monster House. Monster House
That's
was
paranoid. You're absolutely right.
Monster
I'm
House
stupid.
was a movie that my sister hates, by the way. I don't like it.
You guys just had to fucking define the etymology of the fucking Monster House movie. I'm trying to ask you a simple question. Can you make a kid's horror movie without it being like paradoxical? Are you like ethically allowed to frighten children?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's ethically allowed to frighten children. Whether
Robert's in
like,
favor. We love it. Robert stands on street corners waiting for kids to pass at night to go,
just go boom,
little fucking asshole.
just like outside like
You just bark at them. You just go like. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, granted, for everyone else hanging outside preschools, I'm probably the most moral.
Yeah, I'm not here to meet or have them go in my car. I'm here to scare the
I
children.
just scared the shit out
Hold
of
on,
them.
I have a pre-prepared legal statement to read in case Robert makes that joke. I have that somewhere here.
I'm doing a service
give me a
is what
second.
I'm doing. I'm giving them a decent fear of the world so they don't get in people's vans.
Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll go to like the edgy, ninth grader, and I'll whisper in his ear. I'll go, Logan Paul will never hire you.
The time of the above described joke, I, Buck Harper, sincerely and wholeheartedly disavow any content delivered by, prepared by, and eschewed from Robert Delilah of the Seinfuck podcast. His association with me was on a platonic level, and we met only Friday, October 23rd for drinks. Anyway, yeah, I just don't think you should be making movies to scare kids.
Yeah, okay. But so how do you justify like Goosebumps or I don't know, what's another like horror movie sort of?
What's the scariest Goosebumps story you ever read, though?
Oh, the fucking.
Did it have jump scares in it?
The what's it called? The not the mannequin, the puppet?
The marionette?
Marionette, thank you. Did you read Goosebumps as a kid, Malcolm?
I read a couple of the stories, but I remember, I got into horror movies very early, like just adult ones. Like I remember very distinctly I think I was in like the third or fourth grade and watching a Scream movie and then laughing at it, being like, oh, this is a comedy.
Well,
like,
yeah, Scream is a comedy. Anyone who else who thinks it's actual horror is fucking deluding themselves.
It's a slasher comedy.
Yeah, it's a slasher
Yeah, like
comedy.
I remember laughing. I think it's Scream maybe 2 or 3 where they're like, the killers never stay dead, and then they jumps back up, and then they're like, and then they have to shoot him like again. Like
because he just got shot because he was wearing like a bulletproof vest. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in years.
Well, kids these days are also actively pursuing scary material and like streaming platforms and YouTube and stuff where they watch like SCP videos in a binge.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest horror craze that I can remember in recent memory was the Grimace Shake. It was so dumb.
But I thought the Grimace Shake was a dance.
The Grimace Shake was the thing where people were posting videos of them. Hey, I'm about to try this Grimace Shake, and then they like take a sip, and then it cuts to like some weird horror section where they're just like, I don't know, like a purple hand is grabbing them out of a hall, or that one guy who was just screaming help in the middle of a highway. It was like that kind of shit.
You already know. I'm obsessed with it. Back at it with another help.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that guy's funny. I didn't know that was a Grimace thing though.
Have you? Okay, so I was outside, and I was walking like by a seawall.
Did you ignore a man screaming for help, Malcolm?
No, I walked by a group of teenagers who were all doing selfies where it was very clear that they were making TikToks.
Oof.
And the most awkward one was the guy, he like had his cell phone up and he goes, "Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm back again here in on the seawall with my
You
friends."
should have slapped that shit out of his hand. Like, get a job.
You should have just like got right next to his phone and go, "Ah!" like as loud as you can, like scream.
I did, but that was also. I also remember walking past where I was like, "Oh, there's a group of teenagers doing a dance," and I was in the back. I don't think they noticed me. I just stood there and stared at the camera for a
just
second. And then
ominously.
Never seen the Bye Bye Man. I've never seen the Babadook.
No one gives shit about the Baba Man. The Babadook.
No, everyone cares about the Babadook. All right, the Babadook is a
the
gay
Bye
icon.
Bye Man isn't scary. Everyone cared about the Babadook until they showed it on screen. It was just like a skinny old man.
Yeah, the reveal of the Babadook is not great. It's that the more of the build up. It's
the build up, yeah.
It's that thing of, when a horror movie doesn't tell you what it's going to be, and then when it reveals itself, you're like, oh, that wasn't
okay.
as good as I thought.
Yeah.
Like, you want that mystery and that intrigue.
Yeah, that's why you should never show your evil alien or monster thing until either the very end or not at all.
Or you have to start right from the beginning and like build it up that way. Like, like Michael Myers. Like Michael Myers is just like, I was watching a podcast where they were talking about why Michael Myers is scary, and one of the reasons he's scary is that he's kind of slow. But he like never stops moving.
Yeah, he's just a giant dude with a knife. Even if you feel like you could run forever, you feel like eventually he's going to catch up.
Don't know if we talked about this, Malcolm, but have you ever seen Reanimator?
I have.
Love Reanimator.
It's my favorite horror movie. I like body horror movies like The Thing and Reanimator and The Fly and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite part of Reanimator is the part where Herbert West is like fucking in the what do you call it? It's not a morgue. It's like is it a morgue? I guess where they store the dead bodies.
Morgue,
yeah, that's a morgue.
Yeah, so they're in the morgue. Yeah, he's trying to get like sustained brain life, and the other competing doctor that's now a severed head is like kidnapped the love interest because he has the powers of fascination or whatever, and he's like trying to like use his severed head to eat the woman out on the table. Like, that is so grotesque, and I don't know who could have possibly thought of that, because it most certainly was an H.P. Lovecraft. Exhales cigar smoke, just like, gives us another chance to see that blonde's tits again.
I mean, it's an 80s horror movie, so they were like, we gotta find a way to get some nudity in here.
They need tits before they get scared.
Yeah.
Shot and chaser.
I want them, after they jerk off, I want them to scream from fear.
I want them to come and scream at the same time.
Have I talked about movies from hell, speaking of like Reanimator and things?
No.
Before I like made the switch over to Blue Sky, one of the accounts I followed on Twitter was a thing called Movies from Hell, and it's basically that style of movies, the like the 1970s, 1980s exploitation movies, and it's just terrible horror, but all like intent, just completely intent to have tits in them. And so Movies from Hell is an account on Twitter that just it's just all tits and ass, and I love it so much, even though it's like ostensive horror. I gotta send it to you guys. Oh, that's my work email. I can't open that up. Oh,
you're like, look at this tits and this ass.
Yeah. Oh my god. But no, it's great where like it's all gore and tits, and it's just one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, this is what movies should still be, but it just aren't anymore.
Absolutely.
And whose fault is that, Robert?
What
Moms Over Liberty or whatever they're called?
Moms, yeah. The modern like evangelical movement, the Iraq War.
Because there is this thing right now where there's like this complaint where people are like, "Oh my god, movies are so over sexualized now. I just like don't even understand it." That's it. They're absolutely not. These movies are tame. We're kind of back in like there was like the late 80s where like everything got really sanitized. Like I believe that like reason people are like so sensitive to it is because like people have so much access to like porn and stuff. So they're like seeing it all the time, and then they're associated with these movies. But when you actually go watch modern movies and TV. Very rarely is it like, are there like these like really long sex scenes where it's like, oh, tits are out and dicks out and
limbs are
butts
getting
out.
cut off in the same goddamn frame.
Yeah, usually it's like the two characters start making out and then it like cuts to afterwards.
Exactly. It's like there was a mass deregulation in like the 70s and 80s of like most popular media. And then it wasn't until like the 90s and early 2000s where people like hard corrected, and now we just have shit. We have Marvel. We have like it frustrates me, but I want to see tits and ass. Come on.
Yeah, put it back in the movies.
Can we get tits and ass back in our lame horror movies, please?
Please.
Yeah. Like there's a movie coming out next, like in January, and it's like a horror movie set in like pools. I believe it's called Night Swim. I'm looking forward to it. The trailer looks great. But I'm like, that's a movie where it's like, there should be a scene where it's like, oh, we're going to go skinny dipping. And then instead you're like, there's not going to be any sort of nudity, and it's going to be R-rated.
Yeah, a guy is going to float up and start screaming, and you'll see in like the close-up that his dick got bitten off. That's the kind of shit that we need.
Do you think this is Jennifer's Body's fault, by the way?
No, I think it started before that.
You remember Jennifer's Body with Megan Fox, Robert?
I mean, vaguely. Wasn't it like a 2009 movie?
Well, yes, but they promised that we would see Megan Fox's butthole, and then everyone found out that she has toe thumbs and didn't want to see it anymore.
Oh yeah, toe thumbs. Let's see the thumbs, boys. We got normal.
You like how that disqualifies Megan Fox from being hot somehow? Sorry, Freudian. Like, no,
sorry, Freudian.
Come on. Yeah, we got normal fucking thumbs on this podcast. So
Roman thumbs, beautiful, perfect thumbs.
I don't know who needs the shame of having fucking toe thumbs, but get the fuck out of here. Your disgusting ass thumbs.
I did have an ex-girlfriend that said my thumb goes too far back.
What?
No, your thumb's fine.
Well, I mean, you might have an extra ligament in there, but no, it doesn't go
I
far
do.
back.
I have like hypermobility, but that's besides the point. Does anyone have a segment?
Yeah, I got a segment.
Help!
I wanted to know about like books or music you guys have been listening to lately. Something we can suggest to the viewers, either because we want other people to listen to it, or because we want to share that suffering.
Trying to put someone on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Malcolm, you should go first.
Yeah, I've been listening. I'm into the band Idols.
Idols.
They're really good, like kind of punk, like modern punk band from England. But they just released a new song because they have a new album coming out called Dancer, which is they did with LSD.
Oh, Idols
Not
as
LSD.
in like sitting around idols.
Yeah, IDLES.
Like being idle but plural.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So Idols. So they have a new song called Dancer, which they did with LCD Sound System. Really great song. I'm really excited for the new album. I've been getting really back into Half Alive, which is one of my favorite bands. Their new song Subliminal has been really good.
Subliminal.
And yes, what did I say?
I'm sorry. I need to stop that. It's the worst too, because I probably say things wrong more than any of you guys combined. Well, that's fun. So Idols, IDLES.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Yeah, they have a really good NPR Tiny Desk performance.
I love Tiny Desk. Honestly, some of my favorite performances I've seen on Tiny Desk.
Oh yeah, this one I think is so great because I've seen some pretty like mellow stuff that's really good come out of Tiny Desk, but like again, they're like a modern punk band, so them like bringing the energy, and you can just imagine like everyone like standing watching them is just came out of a meeting, and then they're like
they're just tearing up a 2,000 square foot office floor.
Yeah, but it's so good. Yeah, they're great. I'm very excited for the new album.
Harper, do you got one?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I got back from a concert not too long ago I saw with a buddy of mine. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Baroness. Baroness is a very good hard rock band, I think from Philadelphia. Just great, heavy, distorted sound with soaring vocals and great lyricism. However, the concert was somewhat marred for me as I had to work at 5 a.m. the next day, and the opening act was a very gentle sort of ambient pianist. I don't feel like naming names because I'll just fucking be trashing on them, and I don't mean to
Was
be.
she good, or was just too different from what you
She was
came
good.
for?
I'm trying to remember her name. Midwife. Midwife was rather good. She had a sort of like 90s telephone that she used as a microphone that created a very intimate effect.
Yeah, I had a buddy who was in a band in Tempe that had that sort of same deal, that they just kind of wanted to be Modest Mouse.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's an element of that to it, but her stuff was slower, I think, and I liked it. However, the next band up was named Primitive Man, and they sucked. I hated them, and they had a much longer set than Midwife, and they were a noise doom metal band, sort of like Sun is, except Sun is good, and I don't know how to tell you the difference between this and Sun, but the Primitive Man set severely hurt my ears. I wouldn't call them a Sun tribute act, more like a Sun sacrifice act. And
they sacrifice themselves towards the sun.
They would like intentionally create feedback on their amps and tune it like to make it more ear piercing.
Oh,
and
I hate that.
The vocals I can remember would be a big fat guy going right up to the mic and going, ooh, like that over and over to no particular rhythm. The drummer was on fire. Loved him. Their scent went on for what felt like an eternity. I wanted to crawl up my own asshole and die. And then Baroness came out, and to be honest with you, I was kind of cross at them for making me sit through Primitive Man, and I just kind of scowled at them the whole time that they were playing. And to the point where I feel like the lead singer caught my eye a few times, and between sets was like, this only really works if you're all jumping around and singing and have a good time.
Oh.
I was just like
he had tunnel vision for you. Like, you're the one person not doing it, and he's like, they're all doing this.
That was like
they're making me look like a fool.
I was disappointed that there wasn't a mosh pit.
It reminds me of the time we went to.
You should have just pulled a Robert, and then when he said a word that was like almost a little incorrect, correct him. Be like, you didn't say that right.
It reminds me.
Sing it better.
Oh my god!
Sing the words.
It reminds.
Sing the words how they're pronounced.
It reminds me of the time Harper and I went to see Streetlight Manifesto, and then like Harper is just kicking it up in the pit. Meanwhile, I'm like trying to talk up this girl who I've like kind of like am protecting her from the pit that's like on the rail. Meanwhile, I'm just making constant eye contact with Tom Kalnoky. It was awesome.
Well, that show was magical for me because I didn't see Tom Kalnoky's face one time. He was silhouetted, and all I could do really was push people against the guardrail.
I remember when you fell over and you knocked like 20 people over. It was awesome.
Yeah, someone really bucked me. Someone like tried to punch me in the face, and they bucked me over, and like there was a circle pit. They all fell on top of me.
It was like a quarter to like a third of the entire pit fell over with Harper. It was awesome.
It was sick. They let me up, and I was smiling because I didn't know I did anything wrong. Yeah, I was just chilling.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. You're just a big guy.
I did. I was trying to cram people against the rails like sardines because they weren't moshing. You could call that crowd killing. I don't care if that makes me an asshole. I was having a good time, and I don't do it anymore.
No, we haven't gone to like a show with a pit in a long while.
You haven't gone to a show with a pit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed Baroness. Thanks for the invite there, bud.
There was no pit at the Baroness show, which is another reason I was very disappointed. It is good music to throw punches and mosh to. However, the soft crowd that showed up from their Anthony Fantano music streams came out and brought their fucking phones so they could tell everybody what fucking color flannel they would be wearing after the concert.
God, did I tell you about my buddy who got cucked by Anthony Fantano?
No.
Anthony Fantano's been monogamous for a long time. How did he get cucked by Anthony Fantano? Is that his wife now?
Anthony Fantano's married?
Yeah, he's married to some like vegan woman.
No, this is like 2013, 2014. This is like barely even worth telling as a story.
He lost his teeth around the time he got married, is how you know, as he stopped making the funny videos because he started getting called out for being racist.
Ah, god damn it. Okay, I got a band to recommend. Since we're all doing music, maybe we'll do books another time. We've got a band that I've really enjoyed lately called Advanced Bass, and that's BASE. It's a solo project by a guy called Owen Ashworth. He previously did another solo project called Cassio Tone for the Painfully Alone. I really like him. I've been really enjoying a lot of the songs they put out in the last like 4 or 5 years. For me, for someone like me who really loves like really resonant melancholy music, it's absolutely perfect. One of my favorite things on like YouTube where I've seen like videos of, I'm seeing him in, I think December 12th in LA, but one of the things I've seen it described as like, oh, I went to a show in Chicago because he's from Chicago, and there was this 50-year-old woman in the back just crying the entire set. And that's something I love so much. And you the incredulous faces I'm getting from Malcolm and Harper right now. It's
you love an older woman crying. That's what I've taken away from this
music that you can cry to.
It's a sad music.
It's incredibly sad music.
Yeah, you're just like.
Your dog is literally just a song about breaking, being broken up with, or having a breakup with a girl, and then having her dog remember you just from like outside a coffee shop window.
Oh, that's incredibly profound and also incredibly sad.
Is it, Malcolm?
Yeah,
is it profound at all?
I don't know. I'm trying to pump it up a bit, right? You got to pump up those jams.
I love sad music. I will never apologize for liking sad music.
I'm not saying you should apologize for loving sad music. I just think the sales pitch, including me, like there was a woman crying in the back as this concert was happening.
Anything that you can get genuine human emotion of, I will take over 99% of the shit that comes out nowadays. Harper, back me up.
Robert tries to sell me on Boy Genius a lot.
I love Boy Genius. Don't talk shit about Boy Genius.
You could have just said the lead singer showed her tits one time, and I would have been like, sold.
I mean, she did. And it's a nice picture.
Phoebe Bridges, right?
Phoebe Bridges. Yeah. Bridges, not Bridgers.
Yeah, that's a different woman. Bo Burnham is now inside.
Phoebe Bridges. There you go. There you. I knew you had something there, Malcolm.
With a strap on. Bo Burnham's a weak little defenseless maggot. I could totally crush his skull with my bare hands.
Did you know he's 6'3"?
Phoebe
I knew
Bridges
that.
should be mine. Should be mine. And Bo Burnham, as far as I'm concerned, he can't even play the piano very well.
What is we don't need Bo Burnham catching
Bo Burnham could never crush on Kill Tony.
We love
yeah, Bo Burnham's really going to be burned up about us giving him
small indie podcast. Well, we're indie just like his girlfriend.
Okay, I have to ask, throughout the entire recording of this podcast, Harper has been
just intermittently putting hand sanitizer on.
Lots of hand sanitizer, but it's like not just like, oh, here's me, using hand sanitizer. It's like at the end of the bottle, and then
he's just lifting out the pipette thing.
Yeah, and he's like jerking the bottle off to get the last of the lotion.
Is it lotion or is it hand sanitizer?
Yeah, he's got very clean hands. But you know what? I shouldn't say anything because throughout this recording, I've been eating yogurt and not so subtly eating my turkey bites, my little my turkey sausages.
Oh my God. Yogurt and turkey sausage? I've just been drinking White Claws, and granted, that's worse, but that's not good.
Well, you guys are obviously braver than I am about touching your penis. I'll tell you that much.
Wait, so you've been touching your penis off and on this entire podcast?
Well, this has been a great one.
We got a user question. We got a listener question. I'm sorry.
Holy fuck. They just love taking up my time, don't
they?
Hold
on. So wait, do you put hand sanitizer on your hand so then you can touch your dick?
Or do you touch your dick and therefore you have to put hand sanitizer on?
I'm not jerking off with a hand sanitizer, you fucking troglodytes.
I'm not worried about you jerking off.
Are you, in order to jerk off, are you using hand sanitizer, or are you jerking off and then using hand sanitizer? What's coming first, besides you?
A, you're very much interested in my habits concerning jerking off, and that's a little unsettling.
It's No Nut November. We're just trying to keep yourself, you accountable.
Including questions. Number 2.
Everyone's accountable in November when it comes to...
So what, I like to itch my nuts occasionally. I don't have to fucking masturbate every time my hand is south of the border. Sometimes my nuts itch.
But you're going to use hand sanitizer every single time you itch your nuts.
No, but every time I touch my face, I do use hand sanitizer.
That's probably smart, honestly, if we're gonna be honest.
That's fair. That's
fair.
So you touch your nuts and then you touch your face and then you're like, I got.
Well, you just gotta be extra clean for the women that you eat.
Because your face is exposed to the elements constantly. It's disgusting. You're constantly filter feeding for bacteria whenever you breathe in. If your hand touches it, that's basically a colony.
Do you wash your face?
I'll wash my face. I'll wash my mouth. I use hand sanitizer.
Do you not wash your face, Malcolm?
No, I wash my face. I just think of when you came.
Don't ask it like that's a weird thing to do. Do you wash your face?
You wash your face?
Oh my god!
Hey, where's the fan submission to film me?
Yeah, we should do the.
Okay, so we have a question by a user who'd like to be known as Mr. Magoo. And their song suggestion is Boys of Summer by Ataris, which is a great cover, I want to say.
It's not Ataris, it's the Ataris, you fucking idiot!
After
it's a good cover.
The boys of summer have gone. Okay, so his question is, if you could go back in time to witness either a major sports moment, battle, or concert, what would it be? That's a good question. I like that.
Major sports moment.
I kind of have a split answer. I'm gonna go with question because a major battle is kind of dumb. Why would you want to go watch people kill themselves? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's some appeal, but not to me. So if I'm gonna go into
Robert wants to watch the Battle of Midway. He's eagerly spectating the Battle of Midway from a blimp, just like salivating.
I would get murked so fast in the Battle of Midway. Are you kidding me? I think I would probably go see Sublime in one of their last shows in like 1996. I think that would be like a really cool experience. Being able to see like, like being one of the thing where you see Bradley and you see like Lou Dog just running around the stage throughout the entire show. I think that'd be incredible. Or
Robert's jumping up and down. It's you. Is that shit stuck under my shoe? It's that smell inside the van. It's my bedsheet covered.
Fuck yeah, 100%.
with sand.
And I would get some Mighty Strange from a girl in a urinal because that's just the way it goes back then. Either that or I'd go see Led Zeppelin in the 1970s because that is also like before the main singer's kid died. I think it'd be an incredible, either way, incredible show, incredible concert. I'd pay all of the money I have in my bank account right now for it. Harper and Malcolm, go.
Yeah. I think I've got like two concerts that I think I'd love to go see. One would be to go see Nirvana.
Yes.
Like Nirvana, like would be an amazing live. That not being able to go see like Kurt Cobain. It's just it's kind of sad. I think also another one would be to have been a part of that like that Metallica show where there was like 1 million people who were watching. Like I think that would be something fun to like have been there, but like find a way to like be kind of like almost like working there so you're looking at the crowd instead of like in the crowd. I just don't think we'll ever see that again where like one band or performer like has so many people at one location
or so many people like watching like through the TV. It's like Elvis Presley performing in Hawaii, which is just incredible. Which is like 1 million people in the stadium and then like 32 million people worldwide. Just incredible.
Yeah, that's I think the Metallica one where it was like you see there's some footage of it where you're like you can't like it's just people like you can't even it doesn't like the horizon is just so many people. It just seems kind of incredible. I think for like a war, I think it'd be fun to watch.
Fun relative.
Honestly, I think what
relative. I mean, it's a fucking war. Why are you getting off on seeing a war?
We're talking about the Battle of Midway just a minute ago. You said you were buying merch for the Battle of Midway.
Idea. That was Harper.
Robert said he would love to be at the Battle of Midway. No, it's true.
I don't want to see a fucking war.
Robert's told me many, many times he would like to. He salivates at the idea of the Battle of fucking the Battle of the Bulge.
Or you know what?
I am the Battle of the Bulge.
Then I guess I'd probably want to be a witness. I don't know. Let me go see a gladiator match back in the day. Like, let me see.
That'd be interesting.
The problem is I feel like the way they talk about gladiators, it would just end up being like a little bit more of a bloody version of now a modern MMA fight.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it'd be an MMA fight, but somebody dies at the end. I mean,
or like is there like I don't know like if there's a specific war, but like I don't know anything with knights. Where modern knights, like these little men.
Oh, some jousting. Like, I'd like to see some jousting.
Yeah, see some jousting that's not at a fucking restaurant. What about you, Harper? What was your answers?
I would love to go to the whiteout versus the St. Louis Blues. I think it was like the second or third whiteout the Coyotes ever did. I think if I could do anything, I would try to throw something on the ice to change the outcome so the Coyotes would win actually one of the whiteouts they've had. I think they had like 10 and they'd never won one.
So not only would you want to watch, you'd want to change the outcome.
Yeah, I'd interfere with it.
What would you throw on the ice?
Yeah, you change it, and then all of a sudden you get back, and you're like, wait a minute, why are they in Quebec City now?
Chain him! Get fucked.
I fail to see how throwing a simple octopus on the ice.
I mean, they've done it before. Isn't that like a Boston thing?
We steal everybody's everything anyway. We might as well. We steal their goalie chance and all that crap too.
For me, I guess if it's a sporting event as well, I guess I'd love to see like a game between like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson,
That'd
like
be
the
cool.
finals. I got into a big winning time kick, like that TV show. So I'm like, yeah, I'd be definitely down to see that, or anything with Michael Jordan, like in his era. Like we were just like babies at that point. So like, you know, going and watching The Last Dance, I'm like, yeah, probably see some basketball stuff.
Just with the Bills.
I mean, I still haven't seen like really any NBA games since I was like maybe 5 or 6 when the Grizzlies were still in town.
I mean, in terms of sports moments, I'd probably go like old school, like 1910s, 1920s baseball. Just something with the Yankees. I think that'd be really cool.
Oh, like the 2001 World Series in Bank One Ballpark.
I could
Game
have
7.
seen that, but I was 7 at the time.
Damn, not a good excuse.
Oh, let's wrap it the fuck up here. Thank you for that question, Mr. Magoo. Email us in. What was your answer? That's you know, I'm a little curious because you don't ask that question without an answer yourself.
Yeah, send an email to seinfuck@gmail.com. You know, you can see all of our plugs anytime with any of the episode descriptions.
Exactly. Go to our link tree that you can find via Instagram or anywhere else, and you'll find the autofill form that you can ask us anything you want. I highly encourage
Or
you.
are you asking me to like sing us out here?
I mean, you can if you want.
I think it's time to end with a song. All right.
Let's end with a song.
Winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill.
Last one to fall.
Come on, Robert.
Never sacrifice their will.
When Malcolm is out at the club. He's doing one-liners to booze at a pub. Yeah, he's coming to